Imagine walking into your bathroom and sitting on a toilet that instantly starts analyzing you. No, this isn't a sci-fi joke. A group of researchers at Stanford actually created a toilet that scans your waste to monitor your health in real time. It uses cameras, pressure sensors, and biometric data to identify who you are, and then gives you a full breakdown of your digestive health, potential diseases, and even early signs of cancer. Yes, your toilet becomes your personal doctor. The craziest part? It even uses anal fingerprinting, which, yes, is a real thing, to identify each user. The future is now, and it's weird. Very weird. But this is just the beginning, because the next invention doesn't just wake you up, it runs away from you. You slam your hand on the alarm clock, but instead of silencing it, it jumps off the table and runs away. Literally. Meet Clocky, a gadget that forces you to get out of bed and chase it across the room just to turn it off. It's got wheels, it bounces off obstacles, and it even hides under your furniture like some kind of mischievous gremlin. Invented by a sleep-deprived MIT student, this thing was designed to battle chronic snoozers. People have reported diving across the room like action heroes just to catch it. And the sound? It's a mix between a police siren and a toddler's tantrum. But if you think that's strange, wait until you hear about the invention that claims to rewind time. Sort of. Okay, let's get this straight. It doesn't actually bend space-time, but it feels like it does. This bizarre hat was designed to slow your perception of time using strobe lights and optical illusions. When you wear it, your brain gets tricked into processing visual information more slowly, giving you the sense that time is moving at a crawl. Imagine dodging a ball Matrix style in real life, or at least thinking you are. It was part of a serious scientific experiment on how humans perceive time. While it won't let you redo your worst moments, it might let you react just a split second faster. Think that's wild? Get ready for the machine that creates weather. Yes, actual weather. It sounds like something out of a supervillain movie, a machine that makes the sky rain on command, but scientists in the Middle East actually pulled it off. Using massive ionizing towers that blast charged particles into the atmosphere, they managed to force clouds to drop rain in dry regions where it barely drizzles. No chemicals, no pollution, just electricity and air. The result? Artificial rainstorms. Entire cities soaked because someone hit a button. This isn't some prototype. It was actually used in the United Arab Emirates to help battle drought. But if that made your jaw drop, wait until you hear about a cap that lets you control machines with your thoughts. No buttons, no voice commands, just your brain. That's what this futuristic-looking cap promises. It's equipped with EEG sensors that read your brainwaves and translate them into actual commands. You can move a cursor, turn on lights, even fly a drone just by thinking. Originally created for people with physical disabilities, the technology has now exploded into gaming, productivity, and even warfare. Imagine writing a text message without lifting a finger, or playing a video game using only your thoughts. It's not perfect yet, but it's getting better fast. And speaking of things that mess with your vision, how about a pair of glasses that make you invisible? They don't make you invisible, but they sure make everyone else disappear. These strange glasses, developed by a Japanese engineer, are designed to block out digital screens. TVs, monitors, billboards, gone. The lenses are coated with a special filter that cancels out light wavelengths emitted by LCD and LED screens, making them appear black or blank. For people with screen addiction or sensory overload, it's like putting on peace and quiet. But here's the twist. Newer prototypes are being developed to actually cloak the person wearing them. Using reflective projection and real-time background mapping, these glasses are one step closer to the invisibility cloak we all dreamed about. Still not convinced the world has gone crazy? Wait until you see a pillow that hugs you back. You're lonely, you're stressed, you lie down, and this pillow gently squeezes you like a hug. No, it's not haunted. It's a robotic emotional support pillow developed in Japan, and it actually breathes. Its gentle rhythm mimics human respiration, helping people calm down, sleep better, and feel less anxious. People say it feels like cuddling a sleepy pet or a small child. Some versions even have embedded heartbeats to increase the effect. It might sound silly until you realize how many people use it daily to battle stress, panic attacks, and insomnia. But if a breathing pillow sounds strange, wait until you hear about a house that can drive away. Imagine if your house could pack up and roll down the street like a giant RV, but this one's not a vehicle. It's a fully functional home on robotic legs designed to move itself. Developed in Denmark, the walking house uses solar panels, rainwater collectors, and tiny engines to relocate wherever you want. No roads? No problem. It just walks, very slowly, like a mechanical bug. It even adjusts its legs to the terrain. Meant for nomads and off-grid living, this weird invention challenges the whole idea of fixed real estate. But if you think a moving house is wild, wait till you meet the printer that serves lunch. Yes, you read that right. There's now a 3D printer that prints edible meals, layer by layer. Using pureed food as its ink, this gadget can create pancakes shaped like your face, intricate sushi designs, or even entire lasagnas. NASA helped develop one for long space missions, but now it's being used in fancy restaurants, nursing homes, and some people's kitchens. The wildest part, it can print food based on your nutritional needs. Low sugar, extra protein, you name it. And with AI integration, it can plan your meals automatically. But you won't believe what's coming next. A weird umbrella with no umbrella. What if your umbrella had no fabric at all? No metal rods, no canopy, just air. That's the idea behind the air umbrella, an invention from China that uses a jet of air to deflect raindrops before they hit you. Hold the handle, and it blasts an invisible dome above your head. No soggy fabric, no flipping in the wind. Sounds cool, right? Well, it's also loud, needs charging, and might accidentally spray the person next to you. But engineers are working to make it smaller, quieter, and more efficient. Still, an umbrella made of air is just the beginning, because next, we've got gloves that let you hug someone in another city. You put on a pair of gloves, someone across the country puts on theirs. You squeeze your hand, and they feel it. These aren't props from a sci-fi movie. They're real high-tech haptic gloves that simulate the feeling of touch across long distances. Using tiny motors, temperature control, and pressure sensors, the gloves recreate the sensation of hugging, holding hands, or even a gentle pat on the back. Couples in long-distance relationships are already using them. Therapists are testing them for PTSD patients. And yes, of course, someone's making a version for virtual dating. The line between real and virtual is blurring fast. But speaking of not letting go, wait until you hear about a bed that refuses to release you. This bed knows when you're trying to get up, and it doesn't approve. Designed as a joke by a Japanese inventor, but now taken seriously by sleep tech companies, this bed uses pressure sensors and robotic arms to hold you down when you try to leave too early. The idea? Force you to get enough sleep. It even adjusts itself during the night to align with your spine and breathing. Some versions come with built-in soundscapes, aromatherapy, and even a gentle rocking function, like a crib for grown-ups. But if you really want to escape, you'll need some help. Or maybe a pair of pants that ride off on their own. These pants literally have wheels. Inspired by exoskeletons and powered roller skates, this strange hybrid invention looks like a cross between baggy jeans and a personal mobility device. Strap them on, lean forward, and suddenly, you're gliding down the street without moving your legs. Invented by a tech startup in South Korea, the pants are controlled by shifting your body weight and have built-in sensors to avoid obstacles. It's like riding a Segway, except you're wearing it. The dream is to replace short-distance cars and scooters with wearable transport. Sounds wild? It is. But things are about to get even trippier, with glasses that literally change your world. These aren't just for seeing, they're for transforming. This invention combines augmented reality with artificial intelligence to completely alter how you view your surroundings. Look at a dull room, and suddenly it's a rainforest. Stare at your boring dinner, and now it looks like a gourmet feast. These smart glasses overlay 3D visuals, alter colors, textures, and even the way you perceive movement. Designed for mental wellness, creativity, and even therapy, they let you live in a self-curated reality. Artists love them. Kids want them. Psychologists see massive potential. But if wearing glasses that trick your brain feels extreme, how about a robot that makes noodles better than you? You walk into a restaurant, there's no chef, just a shiny robot with spinning arms. It grabs dough, spins it mid-air, stretches it into strands, and drops it into boiling water with perfect timing. This invention, developed in China, has already been deployed in dozens of restaurants where customers watch in awe. Not only does it prepare traditional hand-pulled noodles with flawless consistency, it never gets tired, never messes up, and works 24/7. It even adjusts recipes based on customer feedback using built-in AI. Some chefs love it. Others call it the beginning of the end. But next, we're diving into something even deeper, your dreams. What if you could control your dreams like a video game? That's exactly what this invention aims to do. It's a helmet that stimulates your brain at just the right moment during REM sleep to trigger lucid dreaming, the rare state where you know you're dreaming and can change the dream at will. Some models even connect to a mobile app, letting you set dream goals before bed. Want to fly? Explore lost cities? Confront your fears? You can train yourself to do all of it while asleep. Athletes use it to rehearse moves, creatives use it for idea generation, and some just use it to escape reality. But what if dreams weren't the limit? What if a camera could show you a glimpse into the future? No, it's not magic, but it sure feels like it. This invention uses predictive AI, real-time motion tracking, and environmental data to guess what's about to happen seconds before it actually does. Originally built for autonomous vehicles, the camera can detect if a person is about to cross the street, if a ball is flying into traffic, or even if you're about to trip over your shoelaces. Some advanced versions used in military research have predicted events up to 10 seconds out with shocking accuracy. It doesn't just record reality, it anticipates it. But what if you didn't need prediction at all, because your shoes simply wouldn't let you fall? These shoes are like having a ninja trainer constantly correcting your balance. Built with tiny gyroscopes and accelerometers, they adjust themselves in real time to keep you upright, even if you slip. They were originally developed for elderly people and patients with movement disorders, but now thrill seekers and urban explorers are jumping on board. The shoes sense uneven surfaces, tilt your foot accordingly, and subtly correct your steps. Think of them as smart shoes with a built-in sixth sense. But balance is just the beginning, because up next is a device that tries to translate your cat's feelings. Meow once for feed me, twice for I hate you. While it sounds like a meme, researchers in Japan and Sweden have created gadgets that analyze your cat's vocal patterns and body language to interpret basic emotions. The result? A device that tells you if your feline is hungry, annoyed, curious, or even stressed. It works by comparing your cat's behavior to a database of thousands of meows, ear twitches, and tail movements. While not a perfect translation, it's surprisingly accurate and a big step toward animal-human communication. But there's one more invention you really need to hear about, the one that was just too advanced for its time. Every so often, someone invents something so ahead of its time that the world just isn't ready. One famous example, the Dinosphere, an actual fully functional one-wheeled car invented in the early 1900s. It worked, it moved, and it looked like something out of Tron, but people thought it was too strange and scrapped it. Another, a 20-foot drone that could lift a human like a flying backpack, built in the 1980s but banned by aviation rules. The graveyard of too soon inventions is long, but who knows, maybe some of today's strangest ideas will be tomorrow's everyday reality. You're sitting outside, enjoying a quiet evening, when a mosquito zooms in for attack. But before it can bite, a laser silently zaps it mid-air. Gone. That's the promise of this insane invention, an AI-powered mosquito defense system that uses lasers to track and eliminate individual bugs. Originally developed for malaria control in Africa, it's now being pitched to homeowners tired of bug spray and citronella candles. It can differentiate between mosquitoes and butterflies in milliseconds, and it only targets the bloodsuckers. The result? A backyard force field. But if lasers fighting insects sounds intense, wait until you hear about a speaker that sends sound straight into your skull. This invention shoots sound waves in a narrow beam, so only you can hear it, even in a crowded room. Called a directional speaker or audio spotlight, it was originally developed for museums, but now it's used in offices, gaming setups, and even advertisements that whisper as you walk by. The sound doesn't leak. No headphones needed. It feels like someone is talking inside your head. Creepy? A little. Cool? Absolutely. And the weirdest part? It might be used in future silent discos, libraries, or even stealth military communication. The future of sound is personal.